let's work on overlaying some data. What I have in this map is the western part of the US. Here's part of California. The Basin and Range, Great Salt Lake is in here. This is a hillshade layer, and then I've got two different data sets. One's a raster. This is a land cover raster data set, and then I also have polygons, so a shapefile. I put both of these in here just to show you that it's called something different. So up in the tools, when you're dealing with shapefiles, their feature classes, you'll see the feature layer, which brings up the appearances, the options for dealing with the appearance of this data. Traditionally, we would use transparency to overlay the ecoregions or polygons with a hillshade layer so that we can see both. But Pro has these great blend features that I absolutely love. So what these do is basically take the colors, the red, green, blue, RGB values or hex values or whatever they are, and do different kinds of math to combine them together. So instead of just making a transparent overlay, we're actually combining them together. And you can see here that we've got methods for lightening, methods for darkening, and then just kind of combining. So an overlay is going to take the two data sets, but you can see that in the really lit areas, if I turn this off, you'll see that the lit sides of the ranges here are really white. So when we blend them, that whiteness is maintained. Whereas if you use one of the darkening modes like multiply, it tends to feature the upper layer a little bit more, I think. So we still get the terrain detail in there. Now, if this seems too dark to you, you can always combine it with transparency. And you could lighten it up a little bit that way. Okay, so dealing with the land cover, you'll see that it's called a raster layer up here instead of feature layer. So just for whatever that's worth, but same thing. We can go in and multiply them and set transparency to change it a little bit. It's a way of showing the land cover without masking or covering the terrain detail that we get from the hillshade.